how terrible some of those early. He looks like he wants to die in half of those shots.
All he has to do to pick himself up, though, is watch the first season of TNG.
Heyo.
And on the back of that, hi everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and today we're playing another episode of Trashing TNG first season because we don't have taste. On top of that, we're also going to be playing Star Trek Return to the Frontier, following after...
Do you want to...
What?
Do you want to describe your taste in terms of that episode where they kidnapped Tasha Yar?
Oh God, no.
Well, it was more voluntary than anything. And she had such a wholesome backstory. So, I think we're doing a TNG-inspired episode today. You can tell from the TOS ship in front of us here.
All right. Is it me? Can I go?
No, I still have to trash your taste some more. No,
this is a 4-threat game, and
civilians are targets.
Oh, that's
for
why.
some reason.
Right.
That's why you wanted everyone to be here, because it was a 4-threat game.
Well, really, I thought, I should break this. This will probably get broken up, and it'll probably be like a 2, a 3, then a 4 or something. Then I thought, but I don't know when the breaks are going to come, like when things will escalate. And the book doesn't give me a great way to say, like, oh, the threat has escalated, so now I just get more threat. So I decided just to go with 4-threat from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think that's the intended
I'm reclosing the curtain and not taking any questions about how the things work. And you can.
I have further questions. Hold on.
How do things work?
Questions are to be saved
Magnets.
for the end of the lecture or office hours. Now let's begin. Commodore's log, stardate 1513.4. We are entering the SETI Kappa system. Our nearly 9-month journey to get here was difficult, but we have learned much along the way. Now we must learn about what SETI Kappa 6 is so powerful and its effects on the space around it for 250 light years. Just to get here, we had to pass through 3 psionic barriers, with the largest encompassing an entire sector of space. Then there are the questions about why the Dreadnought is searching for Vigal, what Vigal is, and why it should be imprisoned here. Hence log. Do we have directives?
Don't die.
Okay. Yes, I should phrase them. There being directives, but all those questions, those are the directives.
Okay, sorry. I kind of assumed, but...
Wow.
Mm.
You know what they say about assumptions.
They're fun to do.
No.
They're always right.
Yeah, especially mine.
Yeah.
See, that's 2 votes. Someone else to agree.
We've got a coalition going right now.
Yeah.
Well, if you assume you're right, and then you get everyone else to agree to assume that you're right, then you could never be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Politics, am I right? Ayo.
Heyo.
Hello.
Hello.
YOLO.
I don't know why they still let us all.
2 weeks away, it'll do stuff to you.
Okay, I have made the directives Jeopardy style.
Wait.
What in what? Oh, okay.
Let me boost our signal here.
I'll take Romulan schemes for 300, Trebek.
Who calls him Trebek? You call him Alex, you weirdo.
That seems a little familiar.
Also, he's not been the host for a while now, I think.
Always. Just
On
inhabits each
account
body.
of being dead.
It's on account of being dead.
You find yourselves in the Seti Kappa system.
We're all looking for.
The numbers are the orbit the planet is from the sun.
Yes.
Right?
They're the orbit, yes.
That's how many moons they each have. It just happen to coincide.
Can't believe
And-
we've discovered a new astrological phenomenon, a non-spheroid star.
Ah, cat. Damn it.
Yes, that is what you're playing. Next question. Next statement.
Getting on the keyboard.
Oh, no.
That's what the
Almost
actor
done with
said
that
when he
post,
saw
too.
that he what the character he was reading for was.
Yeah.
So this is the target
So,
system, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know
Yes.
that there, you know there'd be fan art of that, like in the fictional fandom of
Mhm.
this.
Yes, this is the system y'all were coming to.
Okay. The end of a 9-month journey is upon us. There are questions. Okay. I guess should we start with scans of the system?
Presumably, yeah.
All right.
You could also
Science.
drive in blindly, but Starfleet's, I think, generally against that one. If we wanted to enlist in the KDF, though, I think they're all for it.
So, is that what the science officer wants to do? Or
I mean, I certainly can.
does he want to demote a Helms person?
Oh, I mean,
Is that on the
all the
table?
time. It's just, not everyone agrees with
So-
their choices. So,
What do you want to scan? I have given you basically the free scan already, the difficulty 0, what's here.
mm-hmm. Oh boy, we're down there, and we're just surveying the system as the general goal we've got.
Right now, I don't think we have any specific leads at current.
Oh well, then we'll start with what's closest, I suppose. Which these are
SETI
all
Kappa 7.
35s, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, interstellar distances not great on
Yeah.
small grids. So at the
We'll
current
go with
orbit,
that. Yeah.
SETI Kappa 7. And I
I
have just
assumed
a
this was
token for
not
y'all,
to
but
scale.
you have your fleet with you.
Yeah.
Sounds
we
good.
do.
Woo. That's why it took us so long to get here.
It did. It is. Yep.
Oh, well, I don't give orders to the fleet. That's not a me problem.
True.
Actually, that's a good point, though. Okay, if we scan this system, I would like the other ships in the fleet to scan these two presumably gas giants.
A request of you, Commodore?
Yes. Please go ahead, Sabi.
The primary charter I have with USPA is to investigate Zeta Kappa 6. If we could have Frolic examine the 6th planet, I would much appreciate it, but I cannot twist your arm on that effect.
Very well. We shall investigate City Kappa 6. We can split the fleet between 4 and 7. And 3.
You can split as how many? You have 4 Andromedas. Andromedas. You have 4 archers,
4 archers. Okay.
and
Yeah.
you have the Tempest.
All right. Yeah, we'll send the Tempest here. We will send Andromeda 1 here, Andromeda 2 here, Andromeda 3
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's only one Andromeda. There are multiple. You have the Andromeda, the Neptune, the Sirius, and the Valiant Breaker.
Yeah, sorry. You said you called them 4 Andromedas since I was going off of you. All right, yes. Andromeda here, Neptune here, Sirius here, Valiant Breaker here.
Because you're thinking if we might be doing these to ourselves.
Yep, that's my thought.
Mm,
Well,
yeah.
we've got the not San Marino,
Tempest.
Tempest right
Yeah.
here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
If anything happens, we have backup.
And be advised, Commodore, there have been a variety of unusual reports, and that's why I was able to argue to look into this. So I will try to keep all the civilian contingents ready to assist your crew if they run into something non-standard.
Understood. Okay. I don't know if you can conduct your scans.
Lovely. What am I looking at here?
Hopefully, a plane.
You're looking at rolling for Inverni because the Andromeda is the first in position.
Oh shit! Right. Sheet. There it is. Hi, sheet. We've got to cooperate with the Okay. What is the role he's going for?
Reason Science difficulty 0.
Reason science. Oh, difficulty 0. Lovely. Great. Well, I mean, sensor operations. Yeah.
Two momentum gained.
Doop, doop.
All right, and you should be able to see actually, I can show it to you. But it's under Data Files, SETI, Kappa, System Data Files.
Ah, yes. This is the class Don't with no moons. If I remember correctly, class D is bad still, right?
It's neutral. If I remember correctly, it's like a rock world.
Okay.
I am currently navigating that so I can describe it. So, class D is airless, rocky, and small enough that only geological activity they can produce is soon after their formation. And at this distance, it's covered in a significant amount of ice, specifically most of the surface is the solid frozen form of nitrogen.
Oh.
Right. So I'm picturing something like Europa.
An ice world, yes, but it's not liquid water underneath, and like it's not frozen ice all the way to the core. It's rocky, shortly under the ice.
Very common planet type.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
found an ice world that the Andorians themselves would not be particularly thrilled with going to.
Yeah.
Not being able to breathe helps with that.
The Thralic is the next.
Thus,
I'll take tokens for everybody who wants to put themselves on the bridge.
Okay.
One of you being non-optional, but their token's already here, so I don't have to.
oh, okay.
Would you want me on the
Nope,
bridge, or would
put it
you
back.
rather
Put it back.
I will.
Nope,
I
I
will.
said-
I'm sorry.
I said, put yourself on the bridge if you want to be there. If you do not wish to take part, you can put yourself anywhere you want. But if you would like to take part, you must be on the bridge.
I mean, you can just say right now, I resign my commission, but like, you know.
Oh, yippee.
So would you want the doctor on the bridge, or would it probably make more sense for me to play one of our supports?
It's entirely up to you. I think you have valid insights, but
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think I'll
Given
probably...
that we're investigating something psionic, having the bridge might be a good idea.
Okay, yeah. With that on the table, then the doctor, I think, will be on the bridge just in case. I mean, I'm no expert in psionics, but I've been dealing with it a lot lately, so
And more of a medical thing than they are a science thing, generally.
yeah.
You're
right.
not going to do much at the communication station, though.
Oh, did I throw myself at communications? Where's the...
And Sabi Ra's taken up the multi-role. There you are.
Where's... there are two multi-rolls,
Revere-
so...
No, this is the multi-roll station.
No, I believe he's right that there are two multi-rolls because
Oh,
y'all
one's in-
don't have enough. No, because you you only get the duplicate consoles at scores above 4.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the
Is it above 4 or
Thralic,
4 and above?
4 and above.
So there should be a dedicated engineering console up there now.
Engineering is not something you have a console by default for. You use the multi-role to become an engineering console, because I think they do that because you don't see engineers permanently on the bridge always. They're only up there intermittently. Ops is something you might have permanently instead of science. So theoretically, it could mean two engineering consoles, but you don't really have dedicated engineering consoles, anyways.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I see how it is.
But you can just have one of so and you have one security.
Revere would be in main engineering anyway.
Okay, Ivanov sitting at the science. You have your con. And medical and engineering don't get consoles. So, where's comms?
I would be monitoring what's going on the bridge from main engineering, though.
Yeah,
kind of an open comm.
Yeah, I mean, there are very few people. There is exactly one person on the ship that Solaris
if you want
to their opinion of more.
If you want to do that, I might suggest just being on engineering and being on the bridge and having one of the multi-roles set to engineering.
Well, that's what we usually do. So, but at this point, there's being in engineering gives Revere the ability to do a lot of different things if things go sideways to help out people on the bridge. So,
yeah.
All right. So, as you approach, Ivanov, give me reason science difficulty 4.
Ooh. Okay, well, sensor operations question mark.
There will be information you get for free even if you fail. Basically, I'm rolling in a difficulty 0 with another roll.
Got you.
So there will be some information if you fail, but the information you really want is you get if you succeed.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say sensor operations or threat analysis potentially. I'm not entirely certain what we're looking at. So
Sensor operations is more appropriate, but I would take the other one if you didn't have sensor ops.
okay. And we will, of course, plug into the ship. Why wouldn't I? For neural interface and technical expertise.
All right.
Which are rerolls. And we'll give you.
Ship sensor science.
Yeah. We'll give you 1 threat and use the 2 momentum. That's how we'll do it, clearly. And I've got 2 rerolls, so I can, in fact. There we go.
So 7 on a diff 4, 3 momentum gain. And I've updated the system data. The basic information you got was that this is an M-class planet, no moons, and the mass is slightly less than Earth, but the radius is also slightly less, which means you actually have a gravity just slightly above Earth because this planet has a little bit more dense of a core.
Cool.
Because it is slightly because it is slightly smaller than it is less mass. So the gravity is like 1.09 or something.
Yeah.
Radical.
Which I'm not going to repeat
that was not
again,
the difficult
but
thing.
yes. That was not
The unusual thing is you detect a moderately above background amount of chronoton radiation.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Specifically, it is being emitted by microscopic fragments of something I should have put in front of me. There it is. Coronanite.
Huh. Looks like it's a class M, no moons, more moderately smaller than Earth, but there is bits of chronoton radiation. There seems to be must be microscopic little bits of. I forgot the name of the element already.
Coronanite.
Coronanite.
Any theories about what that would cause were we to land on the planet or visit the planet? The ship can't land.
Ivanov, you're not detecting it on the planet, but rather in orbit.
Oh,
Just of SETI
Yeah.
Alpha 6. Sorry, SETI Kappa 6.
Sorry. This scan was only about SETI Kappa 6, and
Okay.
I'm not saying the radiation was only on the planet. I'm saying the mineral is. I'm saying the mineral is detected in microscopic fragments in orbit. The radiation is in orbit and on the planet.
Okay.
But the fragments themselves are just in.
There might be some on the planet, but that would require between the atmosphere and everything else on the planet, you would have to get down with very delicate equipment to ever have a hope of detecting the same thing on the planet's surface. In space, where there's nothing else going on, you were able to pick it up, but determining if that mineral is on the planet is practically impossible from a starship.
Okay.
Is it sitting in like
but
the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say just to answer the captain's question as well, rather than just answer around her question. Would the radiation or element itself pose any difficulty or danger to the ship if she was to attempt to land it?
Well,
or
first
indeed
of
to
all,
personnel.
landing the Thralic is impossible.
I was going to say I misspoke when I said that, but yeah.
You send like a landing party.
I meant we visited the planet.
Would this be adverse to personnel is basically the question then.
No. You're not detecting it in amounts that is likely to have an effect on people or the surrounding environment because it's not concentrated. It's pretty spread out. Give me actually I do have a task for that might come off of what you just asked, but I should first ask, do you have any other questions?
Okay. What I just asked, that counted as a question, correct? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you asked.
I'm a scientist,
yes.
I get that. That's fine. And that's a question in regards to the Chronotony stuff.
And how dangerous it would be to other people.
Yes. Does the composition and makeup of the so this I mean, I'd have to ask that first.
So the radiation is not coming from nowhere. It is coming from the chrononite.
Yeah.
Like the decay of the chrononite is called chronoton radiation.
Yeah.
In the same way that like the decay of fissile material would be an alpha particle.
Yeah. That's just because there's bits of the fragments in orbit. Basically, the question is, does this seem like it was potentially a meteor of this material or material combined with other things far into this planet? But that depends on if we're actually getting readings from the surface or not to compare adjacent materials.
I can take that. No, it's not mixed in with anything else. It is refined to a unnatural purity.
Oh.
So it can occur in other places. The only place that you're aware of that it is to be found in any significantly pure degree is it might be Bamoth. No, I don't know. It was in Discovery.
The Klingon time crystal planet. I know what you're talking about.
I think that might be Bamoth.
I think it is Bamoth, yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
In Klingon
space. Very far away from here, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll know a Klingon from there, so I guess it's relevant. I don't know.
Okay, but so manufactured and far into the planet.
I won't
won't
say that I said that. I did say the first part. I didn't say the second part.
Manufactured. We can't detect inhabitants, presumably.
In fact,
far
I
off the
would
planet, but that's not.
I would clarify that by saying refined rather than manufactured.
Refined. Okay.
So refined to an incredibly high purity is either, I would imagine, is either a geological anomaly or something you artificially induce. Because
By using the word refined, I meant artificial. Yes. Taken from a natural density and refined to purity.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Okay.
So that would imply some sort of manufactory or purification system either in orbit or on the planet.
Yeah.
Can we tell how long it's been here?
That was the question that I was going to give Ivanov.
Yep.
But I think that's going to require a task.
And I will, just because I was asking 2 questions on the mineral, that's why I wanted to ask the second one before a different role, to make a rapid hypothesis, which is basically just going to be based on the understanding of, or basic understanding of highly refined. I keep knowing the word ish, but not enough to say it.
Oh, I've
Or
already forgotten
Coronanite.
it. Coronanite, that's it.
I put it in the Roll20 chat.
Okay.
You're good. I just keep thinking of chromium.
I'm like gonna say corondite or something. I don't know why.
Similar sounds.
We got this.
But yes, is that a appropriate trait?
It is, and it's
Yes.
in the scene guide.
Lovely, thank you. And then yes, I will proceed to try and figure out the time shenanigans of age of a
because
mineral that would
So
likely be resistant to being identified in age.
reason science difficulty 3.
Reason science. I'm still plugged in because that's the fun part of being here. And we'll use 1 momentum and just lovely. Great. We'll see what the ship does first.
computers or sensors?
Computers. This is not detection. This is calculation.
Cool.
Okay. So we'll go and re-roll my complication just to see if I can.
Hey.
Yep. And go ahead, ship.
Oh.
Oh well.
When
All
was
right,
the last time the
so-
ship actually rolled a success?
Never.
The science roll
like
that I just
literally
did.
the
Yeah,
previous
lots of
roll.
engineering rolls. Quit bad mouthing the ship.
Literally
Badmouth
the last
ship,
roll.
we will airlock you. Right, when this one gains sentience as well, it will remember.
4 successes on a diff 3, so 1 momentum gained.
Hey, at least I'm making back what I'm spending.
Yeah, that's good.
You detect, or you determine that likely, based on the decay, originally there was approximately 5 tons in close proximity, and that was about 300,000 years ago.
Oh, fascinating. Okay,
So
What
not
was
recent
300,000 years
history
ago?
then.
not recent to us.
What was
Would this
300,000
present-
years ago?
300,000 years. So at the purity it's at, and the mass that he observes, and the radiation, he expects that this material was refined 300,000 years
Okay.
ago.
Got
And
it.
there was, for this distribution, there was originally about 5 tons of it.
That's not a lot compared to an entire planet or long-term manufacturing.
Is there any possibility that this would affect the ship if it were to take orbit, or would affect transporters?
That was already asked, and the answer was no.
Okay.
Maybe
It
this
has mostly decayed away.
Okay, but
Maybe
I wasn't sure about transporters, so I wanted to ask.
maybe this was something that was like refined here in bulk, and then they left and they took as much with them as they could, and the 5 tons left is just like whatever they didn't get.
Or it
Or
was a cargo.
perhaps there was simply one small science experiment that went wrong, and those
That's
5
true.
tons were the only 5 tons they ever got to make.
Well,
Or a byproduct.
What is Chrononite even
Perhaps.
used for?
I would take an insight security from anyone except for Atel, Ziva, Sabira, or the Navigator, or Ivanov. So it might be more convenient to say Revere, the Captain,
Sure,
Griffin,
I got it.
the Doctor, or the Security Officer.
Okay, I got it. Insight engineering?
Security.
Thank you. Okay. 100 years of knowledge is a focus. I know lots of random things by being old.
Is 100 old for Vulcan?
It's old by the standards of humans.
Sold for
But
Vulcans too.
humans.
I think she's in middle age for Vulcans. Her hair has probably dyed at this point.
So you're telling us this is a midlife crisis?
Oh no, the midlife crisis was showing up and beating up a fiance and demanding to be. That was the midlife crisis. That's
Are
been
you sure?
okay.
Like, if they live so much longer, I feel like their crisis has lost so much longer.
Well, I mean, then you get like midlife crisis.
Well, then
I'm
she
gonna
did go out and buy a
say
sports car
no.
in the Thralic.
All right,
I'm going to
that's
say
fine.
no, only because the event in question happened during an episode we played. It did not happen. The information would not have come from Soloris's lived experience before the game started.
All right, insight security. You said diff 2.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
1 momentum, 2 threat.
Oh.
Here we go.
Got the momentum
It's
back.
pretty impressive considering. Yeah.
Another possibility is if this is a thing like if this was like a science experiment gone wrong, this thing might be like the chronoton equivalent of an elephant's foot.
I fail to see what the relevance of the limbs of an earth animal have to do with this situation.
It also could all be relative. I mean, if we're talking about something that involves chronoton radiation.
Might also be worth determining if this is the only source of such radiation in the system.
Well, that's what the other
When
ships are here for.
Sabira asks what it could be used for, you are reminded of the events of episode 4 of season 2, Left Ahead.
Season
In
2.
which you tested a experimental chronoton torpedo, but before you could test it, it exploded in the chamber, radically affecting Chief Aratana and the other security personnel.
And am I to assume that chronotonium
Chronite was
chrononite was used there?
Was a significant part of the warhead. Yes.
Okay. She's going to say, You see, after you ask the question, she like hesitates and like digs through her notes for a second, or not digs through her notes. She pulls up like she pulls up her logs and she says, "Yes, I have confirmed it. At one point we tested a highly experimental chronotone torpedo, and well, it didn't work. But the important thing is that chrononite is used in that. There are limited industrial uses, often relating to time travel or faster than light travel, in which it can be applied. I believe that's why it used chrononite, right? Was that they thought it would be able to let the torpedo travel faster by bending space-time or something.
No, it was to temporarily affect the target.
Okay.
Like displace the target in time.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's used as a warhead, sort of temporal weapon material.
Yes, however, Federation inquiries into the time travel are still relatively basic. It is possible a civilization more advanced than ours would have uses for chrononite that we couldn't even conceive of.
I mean, I can think it has the potential for several other uses
Right.
beyond weaponry.
Like how many civilizations discovered atomic power and used them to develop weaponry before using them to generate power.
I'm spending 4.
I was thinking if you could
If
temporarily
something
displace a
happens.
single wound, that would be great.
Wind back the clock or speed up its regeneration.
Exactly.
Or speeding up computer processes. That'd be actually neat.
From everyone else but Sabira's perspective, Sabira is lifted from her chair and thrown clear across the bridge, falling and laying unconscious on the deck.
Oh, good, thank God.
The doctor immediately runs over to her.
And we shift scenes.
Yeah, like Ivanov probably doesn't sit still. He does like lean down, but he's not going to interfere with the doctor doing his shit. It's just.
Oh,
Like,
you probably
okay.
got like temporally displaced for like a microsecond.
Oh no, she's in fantasy land right now. That's what's happening.
Yeah, this is an alien intelligence is beaming stuff into her brain, 100 billion%.
And yes, this is 100% just Corbinian's consequences for talking back to the GM. It's just what he gets. Clearly.
Sabira, you find yourself on the bridge of the Thralic, but whereas you were just sitting down, you find yourself standing up, and you seem to be in a bit of a conference. At first, it feels though maybe you just your attention was brought back to the moment. Maybe you weren't paying attention. And give me insight command difficulty 0 as you get a bearings on what's going on around you.
Crisis management focus?
Yes. 2 momentum gained. Solaris is going back between speaking with Revere on a plan to swap shield frequencies, and then quickly turning to Kaufman and asking not Kaufman, sorry, Attell, telling the fleet to disperse into a tactical pattern. Ivanov is giving updates about something. It's moving possibly closer. Griffin seems to be struggling to keep the ship on a path. But as a non-Starfleet person, they're using a lot of jargon and lingo that can sometimes escape you about what specifically they mean. There's a lot of shorthand that you haven't learned.
What's the general surface emotional feel in the bridge? What are people feeling right now? Fear, anger, irritation?
There is no emotion. You do feel emotion, but it's from somewhere else. It's around you. It's everywhere around you, but none of these specific people seem to exhibit any emotion.
Like watching a
The
pantomime.
emotion you do pick up on, it is but you feel that you feel focus and determination from some other source. Yeah, you're actually kind of confident these aren't real people.
Illusion and hologram, as it were. Even in the old sense. For this scene, I'll actually throw a threat at you, or never at face value, to ask a question about the situation. Basically, is this going by how it's happened before? Is this? But I just want to make sure. Is this just my ESP on steroids, or is this a unique phenomenon I'm experiencing? Like, it's not my ESP doing this; it's something else. Some other event is occurring. Because ESP is something she's familiar with ever since she started her science career, so she's used to that. So this might be a new way it's expressed itself, or this is just that times 10. It's just a stronger ESP event.
Where is that talent?
It's on my sheet. It's also in the book. Or it's one of the Orion abilities.
Okay. So I thought it may be an Orion ability. It was like, no, it can't be. They already have two. They may have three of them. Oh no, they do have two. That wasn't me. No, is it? Oh no, it must be the species ability, not one of the species talents.
Oh yes, sorry, yeah. I have it put in talents because it doesn't. So I don't lose it among my traits.
I'm not even looking at your sheet. I was looking at the book.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've done this. Use this specific one very often.
Yeah, it's rare. It's usually in situ, but this is the weird moment.
Okay, so you give me a threat instead. Sorry, ask the question again. And it would have to come from you getting your because it's in place of obtain information, which you spend on a successful roll. So it would have to be something coming from you getting your bearings on the bridge and kind of figuring out the situation.
I'm just verifying if this is an ESP event. Like it's my ESP times 10 and just really vivid, or it's something else. Because this feels weird, and weird usually gets slotted into Sabira's head as, oh, that's just my ESP acting up. But I'm not familiar with it being this clear, this vivid.
No, this is a telepathic connection with another person. But they have much more power or ability to direct the connection than you do.
Oh, I'll try to think back at it telepathically. Basically asking feelings of wanting to know who or what there is out there. Why are you showing me this?
Presence command. Difficulty 4. It's more interesting. Whatever it is or whoever it is trying to show you rather than tell you. But you may be able to convince it to talk.
I went through screenwriting school.
Yeah, it went through screenwriting school and it wants you to know it.
Revere, you find a gun in your hand. A Chekhov's gun.
I was gonna say with the word Chekhov
That was
inscribed. No, it's being wielded by another Russian officer.
Spending.
It's being wielded by Revere.
It says "invented in Russia" on it.
Invented in Russia.
With the W.
And the screenwriter says Dr. Tweer feels a weird sensation as he looks at Revere.
Spending directive to determination to the value. The void reveals, your mind understands.
Sure. Yes.
And calling back to the first Dreadnought episode where I temporarily gained the power of telepathy to talk with someone, talk with the crew on the alien Dreadnought.
That works.
Gonna buy a couple dice because I don't want to whiff this. Don't have a focus. Sabira is learning a lot more about her psychic ability. But 2 dice. I'm
sorry, where's any threat spent?
No, there was not.
Okay.
That's 4 on the dot. Turn start.
On the bridge, you see someone humanoid, possibly Vulcanoid, but in strange clothes and in a strange fashion. And you seem unable to communicate anything other than emotion. You don't seem to share a common language. So higher level communication doesn't seem to be possible. But it gets that you have a curious, or they get that you have a curious nature.
Sabira just kind of walks over a little bit toward its direction, trying to partially get a better look, and also out of habit of getting closer when you're trying to talk to somebody, then realizing, oh wait, telepathy doesn't care. You can talk across a room and no one's going to overhear you usually. I kind of stop a little sooner than I like. And curiosity, sense of allyship, friendship, uncertain.
You get a positive feedback, a confirming emotion, and then the person kind of waves around as if the important thing is around you, not him.
Jovial dispute feeling, but recognition of ongoing crisis. So there, she's still kind of feels at him, like tries to listen to him telepathically, but she's going to walk around and look at what everyone's doing and try to get a gauge as to what's going on the bridge.
The curious thing is, as you try to look at the panels or even look at someone closely, things can come in and out of focus very quickly. Give me insight. Insight. Con difficulty 1.
I'll reach crisis management.
No.
I wouldn't have.
This would have to do with something about moving or spatial awareness.
I'll eat a complication. There's too much threat on the board. I forgot I got my freaking information back because I called at it.
The only person always in focus is Lieutenant Shiva. And whatever Lieutenant Shiva is doing is always in focus, always clear.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly your focus and your interest seem to have precluded everybody else. Even if Lieutenant Shiva might be aware of them or what they're doing, you seem to have severed some connection accidentally, or missed some understanding, and now only what Lieutenant Shiva is doing are you able to get a view into. As you succeeded in complicated.
All right, Lieutenant, what are you up to over here?
Reason science difficulty 2.
Subspace physics or sensor operations?
Sensor operations.
Two hits.
Lieutenant Shiva is looking up records in the database of energy depleting weapons and null energy weapons, and reporting that back Revere and Commodore.
Looking around, are they at red alert or yellow alert? Like looking at the
You
ship wall
tried-
sort of thing.
You try to focus, but since it's not something that Shiva seems you think Shiva must know the answer to that, but since it's not a concern of hers, you have blocked that out. As you look at the lights, it changes from red to yellow. Basically, it's not the important thing on her mind right now. And so it's too blurry for you as a result of the complication.
I'll examine her console and look to see what data tape she has plugged in, or if she had to, like, if it's something she pulled straight from the computer, or it's something she had to reach into a drawer to plug into the console.
No, she's pulling from the computer's main data banks.
All systems, dampening weapon. They're adjusting the shield. Back probably, but
It deleted all of you individually, so I can't just undo. Okay, pull all your tokens back. New scene.
I thought you were doing some trippy thing like I would do. I was like, oh god, they're flickering in and out of existence.
No. But I'll keep that in my back pocket.
Now at -1 momentum. I'm not trying to record that.
So are we
yeah.
at? So are we at 0 momentum?
Doctor?
Yeah, we are.
Actually.
Okay, cool.
Is that everybody? Oh, Attell.
Yep.
Ooh.
Reason medicine difficulty 2, Doctor.
Ooh, okay. Renowned physician.
Yes. So difficulty
Cool.
0.
Cool. That is what we need. I'm just confirming because I know I do have something. Okay. This is just reminding myself that I get a free question. When I'm identifying or diagnosing the nature of a medical problem. Oh, but it requires I buy dice with momentum, so never mind. I'm just gonna roll as normal. Emergency medicine focus.
Yes.
You said reason medicine.
Yes.
Okay, this is just gonna be a momentum generating opportunity. There we go. That's 3 momentum on the board. I'll take that.
A broken ankle and several contusions across the body. Nothing lethal though.
Okay, that's good.
In fact, sorry, I spent for the reveal. I did not spend, so I'll create that complication. Savira, that you have the non-lethal injury of broken ankle.
Okay. I think I will spend a momentum on the question. How is her? How is she? Like, could I wake her up?
You nudge her a bit, and she does come to. So, right, you're broken from the experience you just had.
I have a question for you, GM. I would like to try to use my talent of well-informed, and that's an actual talent rather than a species thing. That's something I have to do at the start of a scene, but I was like, well, I'm unconscious, so asking the question seems out of order.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's a general talent, right?
I believe so.
One threat has 2 questions about the situation or location as if you had spent momentum on the information spend. It's kind of weird that they phrased that, because I was reading, obtain information is supposed to be on successful tasks. How can you have that at the start of a scene? So yeah, go ahead.
One, have I ever heard any rumors or known anyone who's ever used energy dampening weapons, like some Klingon or some pirate or anything like that?
No.
And have I ever heard of anyone going through what I just went through? Strong telepathic link like that. The reason for that is just if I need to explain myself, I need to be able to point out a situation to the leaders.
Yes, but none that are a directly similar. This is such a new field of study that you could point to instances where someone has described a similar thing, but all of the situations seem too disconnected to be useful to anyone. So you talking with someone else who's studying in your field probably could contrast and compare, but none of it's going to be useful. Saying this is like the situation that Dr. Kaysen described is not going to help anyone around you.
Yep. Okay. I'm not. That hurts. Hello.
Yeah. Ms. Serene, are you all right?
I'm all right, but I think we're in some level of danger. Or we're about to be.
I see. Well, you have a broken ankle and multiple contusions. We should get you down to sick bay.
Hold on, Doctor. And Solaris will turn her head and say, elaborate. How are we in danger?
I just received a telepathic message from an entity that I had a hard time focusing on. It warned of a situation where the Thralic was in danger of something. The bridge was trying to... It showed me a vision of the bridge crew changing shield frequencies to adjust for something, and Lieutenant Junior Grade Shiva over there was looking up and reporting on energy draining or dampening weapons or null weapons. I did get the feeling this presence was trying to tell me this, was reaching out to try to communicate with me.
Solaris says, very well then. And she is going to turn to, what's her name?
It's an Attel.
And say, well, it cannot hurt to be prepared, even if this turns out to merely be a bad dream. Begin research into energy draining weapons.
I think you probably meant to ask someone else, because the Attel, you pointed out, you pinged and said yes to Attel, who is the communications officer. Lieutenant Shiva is the one he was talking about, but then also her boss, Ivanov, is on the bridge as well.
All right. I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second and I got the wrong. Okay. Sure. If Ivanov is not busy, then she will say Ivanov. It cannot hurt to be well prepared. Let us begin examining energy draining weapons.
Oh, I had my headset muted. It's like, I can take a look at what is on record, but I'm not imagining will be too much.
Understood.
Reason engineering difficulty 3.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you already know in theory such weapons could exist. You're looking to see, do any actual diagrams of such weapons exist?
Yes.
Like, does a
Did the
practical
reading.
example exist? All right.
Actually,
As
we'll
you
do that. We'll
but
River's still here. We can just
labeled.
ping him.
Oh yeah, you can bring.
Yeah,
Does Revere
he's
want to
still
come up to
listening
the
in.
bridge
Just
or
go
stay
ahead.
in his hidey hole?
It's like, yeah, Revere, do you have any schematics on these things?
What are we needing to do?
Investigate energy draining weapons because of a dream someone had.
I imagine it's the kind of thing where Revere exits the turbo lift onto the bridge just as the doctor is helping Sabira into the turbo lift.
Sure. Is it an engineering role or you want an assist?
It's reason engineering difficulty 3.
Okay, I can do it from engineering.
Even easier for you, I would think. Well, it's for ship operations, so different.
Okay, so Ivanov, Revere says no. You come to me.
Well, I mean, we can communicate, right? If I'm in engineering, he's on the bridge. Do we?
Talking by
Ivanov
intercom.
just needs to communicate down to Revere and be like, okay, do we have anything like this
Okay.
in the files? And then
Yeah.
he's fine just like handing it to Revere.
Yeah, that works. Let's see if I have anything.
Because it probably is just like, okay, yeah, the theory's here. It's just, this is, we're looking for practicals. Practicals is down there.
Fair enough. You said diff 2, right?
I think I said div 3.
Okay. So in that case, take 2 momentum and 1 threat for 4 dice and bold.
But it would be div 2 in engineering.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, just take 1 threat for bold for the 3rd die.
Oh.
So 2 momentum goes back. Sorry. Don't think I have any applicable focuses.
Have to be something like energy weapons.
Yeah, I don't have anything along those lines. So, okay, here we go. I'll re-roll the comp. Yep.
Computers engineering?
Yes.
See?
Hey,
The
hey,
ship.
look, Doctor, there's the ship helping again.
Right.
It just doesn't like
2
you.
momentum gained.
Maybe if more of you put arcs into the departments, it might help more.
Hey, don't push your luck.
You have the technical readouts from when the Andromeda was attacked by a Romulan plasma torpedo, which had a power dampening effect.
I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, that Revere knows what species that was.
No,
Or
you
do
know
we?
it was Romulan. You don't.
Okay.
You don't know that a Romulan and a Vulcan are practically. Actually, you do know that at that point, but you didn't know it. You do know that it was a Romulan weapon, and you knew that at the time. At the time, I did not know Romulans and Vulcans were basically one and the same, but you do know that now.
The only type of weapon with that similar dampening technique we've ever encountered, Commander, is a Romulan plasma torpedo.
Romulans. GM, are we anywhere near Romulan space?
No. There's a
And-
whole Klingon empire between you and them.
That's what I thought. She says, very well, but we seem quite far away from Romulan space, and thus far they've been relatively reticent to travel so far away.
Well, Commodore, I'm not saying it is Romulan. It's just that's the only type of weapon with that kind of effect that we've encountered, and that's in Starfleet's database or in the in our computers.
I understand. Thank you, Revere. Okay. What other loose ends do we have if we can't follow that one?
There was the whole kind of time
Oh yeah.
setting
Oh
up
yeah.
6.
Oh yeah, but that's the science officer can handle that, I guess.
If you tell them to.
Yeah. Ivanov, you can continue your research into chronoton matter. We can consider the energy draining weapon solved issue solved for now.
Not necessarily solved, but we can be aware of it.
Let me rephrase, we shall put it on the back burner.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Next. Anyone who wishes can give me reason science difficulty 2. Yes, difficulty 2 from Captain Hidyat. As the next ship closest to y'all that has had some time is the Tempest.
If no one's volunteering, then I've got that. All right, Captain Hidyat. Insight science, you said?
Reason science.
Reason science. He's not gonna have a focus. I don't know if
Probably should.
Microbiology, biotechnology, marine biology. Do any of those come up?
He doesn't have sensor ops, huh?
Well, I mean, he's a captain.
Well, he was the sciencey captain. No, none of those
Doctor
apply.
of Biotech, does that apply here?
No, it does not.
Okay, reason science. All right.
Unless this is like a Borg planet.
Well, 3 momentum. There we go.
That'd probably be better for y'all if it was a Borg planet. 1 momentum gained.
All right. What do I find?
You find SETI Kappa 4 is a Class J with 4 moons. Standard in all respects for a gas giant. But he has detected in a deep layer of the gas giant a hull fragment of some kind. It has significant similarity to materials used in
Dreadnought.
no, in
Oh, the warhead.
I'm looking for Alpha Alpha Quadrant to starship construction in the Federation and the Klingon Empire and Romulan Empire.
Okay, the base.
No,
Okay.
no, yes.
Yeah, then Hidyat is going to note that down. Can I conduct a specialized scan of the planet targeting just that structure to learn more information?
You can certainly tell Hidyat to do that.
Well, I mean, I presume Hidyat could do that of his own volition? Anyways, could I make that roll?
Not yet, but yes, he can
Okay.
do that.
Okay.
That will take some time. So you're waiting on further information from the fleet. You've got an update from Hidyat. What else would you like to do in the meantime?
What was it specifically about the sixth planet that USPA was interested in again?
It was identified as the source of all the anomalies, all the reports of basically people coming into contact with those psionic barriers.
It's supposed to
The
be coming
psionic
from
barriers seem
Mhm.
to be all centered around this planet.
Have our scans shown that?
You knew that before you head out here.
Right. Okay.
And you confirmed it once you found the psionic barriers. So yes, you know that. In a mathematical, like calculated sense, you know that. You don't know why, but you do know that this is the source.
Right. Okay.
And it would seem that the interference, in orbit makes it, or the atmosphere makes it difficult to ascertain more from here. It would require ground teams. Or, like, crashing a probe into the planet might work, but that's not guaranteed.
Yes. Well, before we send a landing party down, shall we send a probe down? And if the probe survives, then that would give us the ability to send the landing team down.
But the landing party should be fine. It's a Class M. There's no real risk from the Chronoton stuff. I guess it's not a matter of the probe surviving. It's a matter of if we can actually communicate with the probe to establish a scan through its reach on the opposite side of the atmosphere.
Well, we would
Because
still
we're
need.
receiving interference from what is in atmosphere.
You don't have to get this detailed with you. You can either decide to launch a probe or go down to the planet or do both.
Well, my only thought is, I don't think we have a location on the planet that we should beam down to yet. So we could send a probe down to learn more about what's going on the planet.
You don't have to use a probe to do that. And a probe would help if you wanted to find a place to land on a planet on the other side of the star system without going there, because all it does is allow you to scan as if you were in the place.
All right.
Mechanically. You're already here. You don't need a probe, so you can't. But if you want to scan, where's a good place to land? That is something you can do.
All right, then Ivanov, let's look for a good place to land, or deposit a landing party.
We could use a shuttle. Oh wait, do we have shuttles?
No, because it's a destroyer.
We do now,
Yep.
actually.
remember
You
that.
have
Oh,
well, you have. Well, you don't have shuttles because you don't have a place to store them, and you've been letting the Andromeda ride in the ship occasionally. You could have shuttles. You'd
Yeah.
have to make them.
Hmm.
we have theoretical shuttles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me know, and I can whip a couple up in my kitchen.
So, reason, science. No, I would make this. Actually, I will ask you what your concern is. Do you want a central location? Do you want a safe and easy to navigate location? Do you want a location particularly secure that's easy to defend? Because that will determine if it's like reason security, reason science, reason con.
Sure. Let's go for a central location that's easily defendable.
Okay. Reason. Oh, those are two different things, but I'll take the first one.
right.
Reason command difficulty 2.
Okay, I got it.
Assist by ships, sensors,
Reason
science.
command. Yeah, I don't have a focus. 1 momentum, 2 threat.
I showed a handout, and it should have the 2 sites you identified.
Great. Scene guide or
No, I'll show it to you again, but it should pop up for you. But it would be under.
oh, here it is. City Kappa 16. I got it.
Yeah.
It was just under my character sheet. Plateau trait. Expose possible traits. Windy. Yeah, let's land. Let's land on the plateau. That way we don't spook any farmers, hopefully.
Are you taking a day or two for Revere to build a shuttle, or are you going to beam down?
It seems probably. Go ahead.
Is non-interference directive in effect at this point?
No, not really.
Okay.
It's personal preference.
Yeah, I mean they don't want you pointlessly interfering, but
Well, do we know?
Unless you count like making them Nazis for economic gain, pointless.
Do we know what their technology and social level are? I mean, have we done any of those?
Who is they?
The people on the planet.
Who is they?
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's determined there are people on the planet.
well, they did say
you have
agricultural
determined
plane, shapes, crops, pastoral
I will
land.
say, one of the places you have identified does kind of look like cropland. That is the extent to which you could identify there being intelligent life.
I thought I had just missed something earlier. Okay, then
No, it was when you scanned the planet. If there had been the large, massive cities and lots of chemicals or elements in the air that suggested human habitation or intelligent habitation, I would have told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
my
it's
question's-
think of it like this. You are looking over Ivanov's shoulders. Should we go to this landing site? Should we go these? This one could be a good landing site for like a central command post to send teams out from. This place could be good. Oh, this place could be good. And is that like crop rows?
Okay. Okay.
That's
So
that's
I'm
what
not
you know.
crazy. Great.
No.
Okay. Then she's going to say, Ivanov, those do appear to be some kind of fields of what looks like some kind of food substance, no?
Could be plausible, yes.
Can we scan this area, see what kind of life signs are around here, and if so, what kind of potential inhabitants there are?
Ivanov,
Try.
you feel the urge to turn to Solaris and say there are no inhabitants here.
Um, there are no inhabitants here.
Why is he lying?
She's going to say, there are no life signs upon the planet?
That would
Not
seem
that, not,
to be correct. That's what you know.
no, not that we've seen. No,
It is just visual data, but these do appear to be plants, do they not?
I mean it's an M-class planet. There would be plants all over the place. There's the idea that there could be a particularly dominant style of plant in an area that is how it functions, or it could be one megafauna type arrangement. There's plenty of possible explanations.
So are you suggesting that there are plant life signs upon the planet, but there are no animals or intelligent beings?
Insight, command or medicine difficulty 1 for Solaris.
Insight command. All right. Focus in rhetoric.
No.
All right. Take a momentum.
Your rhetoric does not determine his
2
mental
momentum
state.
gained. Yeah, Ivanov seems to be honestly telling you everything he sees, unless you ask about are there people on the planet. Then he just seems to make stuff up and lie.
What?
I think I know what's going on.
Solaris looks incredibly confused. There's a second science console, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, sorry. There's an ops console. Or you can just like take over Ivanov's station.
No, that's too direct. She's going to walk over to is the multi-role console being used?
There's one free. There's 2 free now.
All right, then she's going to say she's going to say, okay, Ivanov, continue looking for possible landing sites. I want to make sure we are safe when we land. And then she is going to walk over and set up the multi-role console.
To momentum to set it up as a science console.
All right, that's fine by me because I have
All
to
right.
double check the work. I am no longer trusting one of my officers. So, all right.
You analyze Ivanov's scans and you reconduct examinations of your own, and you confirm there are no people on this planet. No signs of settlement.
No people. That's not no life signs, though.
You haven't seen any life signs.
And if I scan the area with the structures that seem to be plants?
You. It's agricultural fields.
Are they growing rocks?
Who is they?
Fantastic question. It's what I'm trying to get at.
Agricultural fields. You find no evidence that there's anyone on this planet, and Ivanov has told you the same. Except you think he's lying about it. Except
Okay.
he came to the same conclusion you did as well.
Okay.
So he is lying about the truth while also being true.
Aren't we all? She is going to wave over Sabira.
Who is
just
not here.
gaslighting herself into believing that
sorry. I'm
Ivanov's
sorry.
lying.
I saw her token on the bridge. They both went down to the bridge. Okay. She is going to call her most trusted advisor, who is an enlisted officer, or who is a member of the fleet and isn't a civilian. She's going to call up Revere to the bridge.
Be right back.
On my way.
Not
Yes,
even her wife gets a call.
Revere will come up to the bridge.
Her wife, who is a master of Kolinar, has extreme mental discipline. No, she calls the cat engineer.
I can't. She's not enlisted in the fleet.
My
When you
hunting
walk
instinct
in-
tells me there's something down
She
there.
doesn't even seem like she's enlisted in Solaris's heart.
Oh my god. No, she's not enlisted in my heart. She's an officer in my heart. She's an admiral with 5 stars. That's how that works. Yeah.
You find yourself at the station unless Revere ignores this order and tells Solaris, "No, come to me."
No.
Okay.
Yes, Commodore.
Okay. From your on a purely visual basis, if you look at this picture and she shows some aerial images of the crop field, what would you ascertain that these items spread throughout this field are?
Do I see what appear to be croplands?
You do.
I'd say we're looking at some sort of agriculture. Yeah, right there.
Yes.
I kind of point and show. See, it's the grid there. Those are definitely row crops.
That's what I thought. And yet, and then she points to the second screen. It's within the little visor that's built in that you got to look in. She says, if you look in here, you can confirm that the ship is informing us that there are no life signs aboard the planet. Correct?
I will look into the visor.
Yep. No signs of intelligent life.
No signs of intelligent life or no signs of life?
Well, there are plant. You've already seen the crop, so you know that there's life.
Okay.
But it's picking up fauna of some description, not just plants.
Flora and fauna, yes.
Okay. Revere leans back and turns to the Commodore. He goes, "Bionic shenanigans? We've run into enough of those."
I'm not sure, but when I asked my first officer about it, he seemed seemingly unwilling to acknowledge the nature of these crops or that there were life signs aboard the planet, which, well, is perplexing to me to imagine a science officer who does not want to leap to conclusions.
So I'll look around the bridge. Where is Sabira?
That's actually Ivanov regularly doesn't leap to conclusions, by the way.
No, I'm asking the Commodore. Where's Sabira?
No.
She had a psychic incident of some sort, gave us a vague rumor. That's why we were looking at those anti-energy weapons. She seems convinced that the ship might be attacked by one. She's in medbay. She was probably okay by now.
So Sabira experiences some sort of psychic event, whether precognitive or whatever, and then while we're seeing row crops where the ship sensors are not picking any advanced life signs, any evidence of intelligent life signs. So again, psychic shenanigans. If Sabi Ra is not fit, I'd suggest calling Cien.
Perhaps this does call for that.
Her mental discipline might allow her to determine whether it's the life sign scanner or the visual scans that we are being made to see differently, if that's what's going on. But there's something going on, Commodore. Perhaps. What alert are we under? Do I GM?
Right now, none.
Green, technically.
If there's danger of attack, might I suggest that we go to yellow alert and raise shields? Perhaps I might even try tuning them to, as best I can, to ameliorate the effects of a energy draining weapon.
If you possess the ability to do so, it could not hurt. In
Certainly
the meantime, I shall seek out Cien and see if on the psychic field we can confirm what is happening. If in the psychic field we can see what we cannot seem to see with our own eyes.
And before I walk away, I kind of get close and go, "You'll need to give the order for yellow alert, Commodore."
She says yes. I apologize. Much is on my mind. And then she steps out and says, Griffin, bring the ship to yellow alert. Keep shields up at all times.
Yes, ma'am.
As Revere does some investigation, eventually Cien comes to the bridge and says, "It's unusual for you to require me in dangerous situations."
We don't know if there's danger yet. There's the potential of danger. While on active duty in Starfleet, one could argue there's always a potential of danger. But nevertheless, I need your assistance. And she's going to kind of re-explain the paradox they seem to be having right here. And ask her if there are some sorts of plants, but we can't find the people. I was wondering if you could simply examine with psionics to detect any sapient life forms aboard the planet.
Without even looking, she says, "I suspect if I were to examine your results as well, I too find that there is no life on this planet. Because that is what we are meant to find."
You think it is some kind of camouflage?
Others have done it as well, rarely as thoroughly, to confuse a highly advanced starship and its crew.
I suppose, but to mislead one of the most advanced ships in the fleet in such a manner would imply technology beyond our own Federation.
Revere says, "Shenanigans."
Perhaps it's merely an extent of a more intense effect of the reason Sabira has joined your crew. That those psionic barriers made people wish to go away. Perhaps it is an alternate form of that.
I see. The equivalent of a subconscious keep out sign, slowly driving people away.
You have ignored 3 of those. Perhaps this is the barrier for those who have ignored the go away sign. This is the we are not here sign.
Then that would make us, and she kind of sighs, solicitors. Solicitors who have ignored many warnings to stay away.
And no
Jesus,
being
I
in
don't
the universe
follow.
like solicitors.
Agreed.
Solicitors only come by when they have something useful to tell you. Why else would they
On
come by?
Vulcan.
I don't think that's true.
Solaris says, well, we don't have anything useful to say, to have per se, but we are still nosily sticking our minds where we may know we are clearly not wanted. We can send them a communication, but I think I know how they will respond to it. And I'm afraid that if we deploy a landing team there, that they will respond with anger to our repeated trespasses.
She says, that assumes that there are still people there. They may be long gone. Or I could have incorrectly assumed the nature of the problem.
All potential solutions. Very well. I appreciate your assistance.
She kind of raises an eyebrow and says, I would not mind joining any expeditions you may form.
You may be useful yet. Very well. I shall.
You may be useful yet, Jesus.
I shall keep your request under recommendation.
She nods and leaves.
This is
And
why
then
Revere has to drop by the quarters and purr a lot. Calm
Jesus.
CN down.
Okay, then she is going to say, communications, that is a tell, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Communications officer Attell. We believe it is possible that there could be intelligent life possible on the planet. To not enter without knocking.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. To not, to borrow human expression, enter without knocking. Let us send a standard broad range Federation greeting, and then a specific greeting about the USS Thralic or She Thralic and the nature of our mission.
Ivanov, this is all very weird. The Commodore asked you some questions. You told them no one's on this planet. They went over, started doing some scans of their own.
Yeah, no, they're just completely going around him. He's like,
it's like, who talked to who? You've told her there's no one on the planet. She's figured out there's no one on the planet. Who is she sending this to? Alel says, all right, Commodore, and a few moments later says, Commodore, I've broadcast a message, but I don't detect any receivers on the planet. I don't think there's anyone listening. But if they are there, the message has been sent.
Thank you, Attell. That's all I could ask for. And she's going to say, next, and then she's going to go back to her chair and press the button to try to hail down to sickbay.
And you do so.
Dr. Tweer, what is the status of Sabira?
Yeah, I assume that I've been able to spend time
Yeah,
treating the injury.
give me control medicine difficulty 2.
What do we have for momentum?
2.
2, okay.
Yeah.
Renowned physician.
Yep.
Okay, that brings it to diff 0. I'm still going to spend a momentum just for the reroll.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think any of these focuses will come into play, but that's all right. And that comp.
All right, 3 momentum gained, and yes, you were able to heal them.
Alrighty. Sabira's physical condition after that strange phenomenon appears to have been corrected with some simple first aid down here in sickbay. She should be good to return to the bridge if you feel that her presence is necessary.
No. Meet us at the transporter bay. Yourself, Sabira, myself, Ivanov, and Shirin are going to go down to the planet in an away team.
Understood.
Bring medical supplies.
Yes, Captain. Or yes, Commodore.
Still correct. Captain of the ship.
Yep.
Dolores said she has no preference for which title you use.
Revere,
And this is why I suggest you double back on that and bring, ensure that everybody brings either their player character or a character they'd like to spend most of the episode playing.
Right.
Yep. Tweer, definitely.
Because those are all good suggestions, but that would basically mean Griffin doesn't play this episode.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Griffin can absolutely come along. Griffin has navigation skills. I was just trying to think of everyone quickly. I should have said Griffin's name.
We get it. You don't like Griffin. We understand. You have a beef.
I
Not captured
There's no
on
beef.
stream. It's or in the recordings. This is just all behind the scenes beef. Yeah, it's intense.
Oh my god. I don't have beef with anyone.
so you're saying there's no need for somebody to stay on the ship, particularly GM?
I am saying that there is a 95%. There's a 95% chance that staying on the ship would result in that character simply not being in a part of the rest of the episode. But there's a 5% chance that one of y'all hits the plot go fast button, and it's entirely critical that someone be on the ship. So
Okay,
probably
so
no. You probably should come if you want to participate in the episode, but I won't rule it out as a possibility because that would be too convenient for you. That's not the reason. I just felt like throwing that in.
Fair enough.
No, I just know that sometimes y'all like to hit the plot skip button and throw yourselves into immediate danger. And in that rare scenario, which is actually kind of common for y'all, it could be helpful.
I think then Revere will stay on the ship, and I'll take Harusk to the planet.
All right. That's probably the
Seems
wrong
good.
decision, but it could be the right decision. Oh, but that means Revere gets to do the beaming, I imagine, because Harusk is the beam guy normally.
Right.
Beam guy.
So yeah, we
That's
will.
all he does.
We'll drop shields long enough to beam everybody down.
And that also works because that means Revere can stay and be a senior officer in charge of the ship.
All right,
Yeah,
you
I
got to
mean,
do 2 beams. You want to bring down a team or something to round out
Yes,
Round
sorry.
out
We
your
will have to
contingent.
do 2 beams because I said we should bring Shishirin, and a security team.
Okay.
So
yeah, we'll lower the shields just long enough to beam the 2 teams down. You're going to be taking
okay. I thought she was
Delphinia.
dead for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Why did I
That's kind
think
of what I was
Shishirin
asking
dead?
because Revere's third officer. So if the captain and the XO are off the boat, and as a player, I can probably have as much of a chance to
TNG, as long as
leverage.
there's...
I'm also fine with Ivanov staying on the ship.
No, it's not TOG. It's TOS. As long as there's a singular crewman third class on the ship, you haven't broken any rules.
As long as someone could get the damn boat home, Starfleet doesn't mind. I mean, crew is important, but ships are expensive.
True that.
Well, there's just as much of a possibility of Harusk hitting the advance button as there is Revere. So. So what's my role? We'll lower shields to beam people down.
Difficulty 1, because they're not going to a pad.
I am going to suggest that maybe the Commodore and the first officer don't beam down in the same party.
That's fine.
Just in case, yeah. That's a bad idea.
I'll go with the second party then.
Okay. So difficulty 3?
No, difficulty 1. In 2E, the base diff for from a pad to a pad is 0, not 2.
Okay. And then transporter synthesizers. Okay. And I'll give you a threat for a third dime bulge so we don't scramble anybody.
Yeah, people don't like being scrambled.
Yep. Okay. Control engineering, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay.
And ships, sensors, science.
That 14 wouldn't have hit it anyway.
So 3, 2 momentum gained. And this will be a bit of theater of the mind because there were simply too many possibilities for me to make 30 different maps.
It's okay.
Lazy.
I like the theater.
God.
You no longer have a ship to go back to. It's exploded.
Yeah, I'll make something happen on the ship. You wish wait.
Oh, new scene, I presume.
Yes. Since you weren't in a hurry, I will allow you to retroactively declare equipment, but you would still have to have the momentum at the time.
That's fine.
Basically, rather than coming up with it now, you can spend opportunity to get it in the future when you need it.
If we beam down a couple of nondescript boxes filled with things.
Maybe a satchel.
No, you have it on your person. If you need a phaser type 3, you have it right now. I'm just not making you declare it. If you declare it right now, it's free. Or you can wait till you actually find out what you need and spin the momentum.
All right.
And say, I've had it this whole time.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's a better solution than us sitting here for 20 minutes while you figure out what you don't need.
Agreed.
So you land. I will spend the 2 threat to introduce the trait Windy.
Oh, I hate wind.
Love wind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually pro-wind. I just thought that'd be a weird thing to say.
Wow.
You just say you like wind. You don't have to say it's pro-wind like it's a political statement. Yeah, unless it is a political statement, at which point I have questions for you.
I'm pro-wind.
When you said you were pro-wind, I just kind of assumed that meant you liked Chicago.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Grafton. Yeah.
I thought it meant just like windmills.
I meant to say I like wind too, but I'm a little tired.
Okay.
Don't worry, me too.
I could tolerate you liking Chicago, but liking the Dutch.
God.
Hey,
Dutch.
I was gonna say there are two kinds of people I can't stand: those who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch.
Uh-huh.
You know.
yeah,
What's not to like? They only invented capitalism.
they didn't.
They just perfected it.
I don't really think we can blame capitalism on the Dutch.
We can, it just may not be fair to do so.
Such a weird one. What? They used capitalism to ruin the Turkish tulip industry at a loss out of spite.
And thanks to that, the Dutch in World War II had to eat a bunch of tulips to the point where they fucking hate them.
Well, no, they don't
Well,
hate
they
them. They
hate
just
them
hate
so
eating
much
them,
they
which
should-
is
yeah, they should
understandable.
stop-
Have you ever eaten a
Yeah.
tulip? It sucks.
Yeah, it's not a food crop.
Oh, which
So you land on a wide and windy, exposed plateau.
Oh, that's where
You can see a few hundred meters in front of you a cliff that drops straight into a valley below.
I'm going to spend an opportunity for Hollow Imager. Record our surroundings.
You're still close enough to the beginning that I'll give that to you for free.
Hmm? And any sense of life that my telepathics catch that's near me. Because I don't shut that off, that just happens.
Uh,
I think it nearby, yeah.
Without sitting and focusing and concentrating, you do detect other non-sapient life forms around.
Okay. That's what I was wondering as
Small
well.
animals, insects.
None of them are that feeling of food or hungry or fear, like nothing spiking like that, just normal animal noise. In a telepathic sense. Well, I am so glad you brought us to the windiest part of a plateau, Commodore.
I wanted us to be away from any potential inhabitants.
Inhabitants? I wasn't briefed on any inhabitants on the planet. Did we detect some?
It's an open mystery at this time. We have discovered crop fields, and at least some of us have a theory that the inhabitants of this planet are simply cloaking their existence to prevent outsiders from arriving here.
Oh.
Harusk will scan for any sort of energy signatures, structures, that kind of stuff.
Meanwhile, Doctor.
I would ask if this, in your mind, is more engineering or science, because I will give different results.
I'm
But
thinking
this could be engineering.
Engineering is what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Reason engineering difficulty 3.
Okay.
While that's happening, Dr. Tweer is he's not scanning for like intelligent life, but he is scanning for like native life, like native fauna.
Standard life scan.
I will give that to you for free. You do detect small animals, insects, and plants in the area.
Mhm.
Up here on this plateau, it's mostly lichen.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like small squirrel chipmunk sized animals.
Take
Actually, up here, mostly insects and creatures that can fly. There's not many things that would require dense bush or trees that
Got it.
live up here for obvious reasons. Go ahead.
take three momentum for 4 dice for Rusk's roll. There we go.
You do detect. You turn around from the edge of the plateau, facing a mountain range, crowned in thick smoke, and you detect in that signs of hull plating. Refinement of the scan. There's a. It's not actually hull plating so much as it is um, uh, a class 3 armored nacelle casing. Not too far, you see a you you scan what remains of possibly a series of warp coils.
Oh God. Oh no, I know what's happening.
Cause and effect have been disconnected. Is this like? Does this match Starfleet building patterns?
It does, and because you did engineering and you're using an engineering tricorder, that's why you're able to get that clarity.
Okay, Commander, I'm detecting Starfleet style hull material, specifically remains of a warp nacelle and warp coils. Can I refine that further to see if I can identify a vessel, a particular vessel?
No, because they're standardized components.
Okay.
Do we hang on? Are we
Well,
able
I
to
will say I will take a momentum for that actually, and give a little bit of information.
Okay. And I'll give distance. I'll give distance and bearing too.
I was going to say, what's the
It would
distance in relation to us?
About 10 miles. Two of that a climb into a mountain range.
Okay, and bearing as in it's approaching us?
No, bearing is in that direction.
Oh, okay.
So 2 miles to the northeast.
It would have to be a scale. It could not be scale 4 or bigger. The ship could not have been scale 4 or bigger, and it is too big for a shuttlecraft.
Okay, so it's not the Tempest then.
Right. Commodore, it's there's not enough material here for it to have been a scale 4 or larger vessel, but it's larger than a shuttle. Assuming, and I'm guessing that the scans are showing me I'm looking at the wreck of a single vessel.
That would be assuming on your part.
Okay. That's assuming that this is a single vessel. I might be able to refine that some more, but I'm not sure. Can I refine that some more? I start twiddling with my tricorder.
Have to start. Might have to start.
You could. But I'm going to.
Rocks fall.
No.
Yay.
The wind starts to pick up a little bit. Harusk is intently focused on his tricorder. I would like someone to nominate themselves as the person who's kind of looking around generally.
Oh,
Should be Griffin. Or
Griffin. I will
Griffin,
take the nomination of Griffin because
Yeah, I've been nominated.
Griffin needs to. Okay. Everybody's kind of looking at their tricorders, looking at other people's tricorders, trying to get a sense of what's going on, and you see it's getting kind of windy, and there's this disturbing kind of circular pattern forming in some clouds above. Insight, science, difficulty 1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
We're about to get tornadoed.
Focus in atmospheric flight.
Yes.
Wild.
it is a thing, and it's in the atmosphere, and it's flying.
Yeah.
Well, and that you need to be aware of if you fly through atmospheres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Griffin has routinely dealt with this, but on a scale a much bigger in gas giants.
Exactly. I mean, could I use con instead of science?
No, because you're not trying to navigate it. You're trying to identify what it is.
Maybe it's just a weird weather pattern. It's not even all that
I would
scary.
argue it's part of navigation.
Oh, is this just going to? Because is it if you don't get if it's science, is it a 1?
No, it's a 2. It still helps.
Okay.
It's just, that.
Oh no.
Okay. You know what my preference would be for you to do in this situation, but I'll leave it up to you.
I feel like I should reroll that.
Should you? It's just kind of a windy cloud. Clouds just moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll it. I'll go mission
how?
directive.
Which mission directive?
I'm looking at them again.
Because I'm not sure that either of them have any relevance directly.
What Mitchell is?
It has nothing to do with this situation.
I feel like it does, but I guess that's free information.
Nope.
So, all right. Logic is the beginning of wisdom, not the end.
Yes. Logically, it would behoove you to take out your tricorder and determine what kind of weather phenomena this is. Wisdom would dictate run.
And then I do not keep my determination. And I do not succeed on the task.
Oh, wow. You go to the
Wild.
You just kind of stare, and then a small, leathery creature kind of crawls out of a crevice and onto your foot, and you kind of get captivated by the small creature. And then suddenly
Squirrel.
there is a roar that sounds, I guess, like a maglev. Don't know that many of y'all know what a train would sound like, but
Maglevs would be
still have
pretty
trains.
quiet.
The person from the
No,
mines would know.
I'm not talking about a maglev like the actual magnetic movement. I'm talking about a maglev moving like hundreds
the
of kilometers an
feeling of
hour,
a
pushing the
train
air
flying
away.
past you. Okay,
Although-
yeah.
Ivanov is right. The guy who worked in that mine would know what a train sounded like.
Yeah.
They didn't have like full train systems down there.
Yeah, but, I mean,
All right, Ivanov, you don't hear the sound of a maglev because that's too futuristic for you. You hear the sound of a cave-in that is headed your direction,
Oh.
and a tornado is upon y'all. These kind of scary. They start at potency 5. So that's the book's suggestion.
Uh-huh.
let's hope potency 5 doesn't mean category 5.
It means whoever doesn't want to have a bad outcome needs to succeed at a fitness con difficulty 5 to find somewhere to get out of its path or to run.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess I can start that.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to join one of those boring Starfleet vessels where they do all the research and come down to a situation that's like drastically moved on.
Yeah. Survival focus.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it'd come up eventually.
Yeah.
It comes up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Useful
Difficulty
skill to knock
5, you
again.
said?
Yes, I have updated the scene guide. You have the traits: hypothesis on refined coronite, exposed, windy, and tornado 5. So actually, if you choose an option other than run, it's probably difficulty 6 impossible because you have the trait exposed.
Cool. We're gonna run then. I'm going to ret dump for a full met. Because hopefully I can generate momentum for other people off of this.
Inshallah.
Hopefully.
Bismillah.
Nope. Not Griffin's Day.
Would you like to
Now I give you my
re-roll that
value.
in any capacity?
Can I use the captain ability to, because you just spent your determination a second ago, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Then yes,
You
captain ability.
You turn around, Griffin is closest, and it looks like Griffin is about to get thrown around.
She yells, Griffin, get us the hell out of here. And she says hell in a very matter-of-fact tone, but you can tell she does mean the intensifier.
Cool. All right, so I have determination. Awesome. Fantastic. Oh yeah, we do have a point of momentum from my last determination spend. I didn't do anything with that. And we'll get another one as I spend my determination again. I'll go... let's see. I'm seeing if I have a callback real quick.
When you spent your lost determination, do we acquire momentum for you having done that?
Yeah, that's what I just mentioned.
Okay. I somehow missed that. I'm here. I promise.
I don't believe you. I think you're somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think I have a callback, so I'm just going to spend that.
All right.
Determination. I could spend toward the same value. I think I could also probably spend towards limits are there to be tested as I'm pushing myself to get everyone out of here.
I'll take that.
Cool. I will be re-rolling 3. So I succeeded now. But I didn't generate anything.
So Griffin just runs parallel to what seems to be the direction of the tornado and gets far enough away that she might be in danger of getting hit with something, but she's not going to literally be pulled off her feet.
Cool. Can I spend that 2 momentum to establish a trait to
You can
help everybody else?
That you've, made a path, or you've thrown down a rope or something. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows. It's obvious to everybody a safe direction. They see you, and it's obvious you're headed in the right direction.
I am rolling very high today. I do not keep my determination that time.
So there's the trait safe distance. Who would like to go next? I'm going to establish you get there, and you get there.
I'm not
going to let CN get there for free because who knows? I might want to kill your wife.
That's fine.
Yes, Russ can go
That's
next.
very common. That's fine.
Can I make a pitch for his trait of Saurian? If you see on my sheet, they possessed enhanced senses. So even though I was deep into my scanning, oh shit!
Has a bit of extra time to react.
Right. I will take that, yes, as a trait.
So that brings it down to 4.
3 because of the safe distance.
Okay, cool. Not that that's still a terribly great roll for me. We have
nothing.
We have no.
Someone spent it all.
That's fine.
Really belongs.
I'm probably going to have to threat dump though, so I'll give you 6 for a full mit because my fitness con is a massive 11.
Hey!
Well, I made it. Skittering like a lizard to safety.
Runs over, following Griffin.
We're like in a ditch somewhere. We're in a ditch in Oklahoma.
That's the trait exposed. Yeah, there is nowhere to hide. You just have to. To run out of its path.
Here's a question. For when I do it, does my trait of Aurelian help or hinder me?
You can't fly in this, and you have really light bones, which means it's easier to pick you up.
I would say it's a wash. As pointed out, yes, you probably are physically lighter than the rest of the crew, but you also, wings are great at helping you generate lift to go a different direction. So I would say that it washes out.
Okay, fair enough. What's the dip we're aiming for?
No, I take that back. I will give you the trait Windy to help say that Aurelian could apply. There is enough wind here to give you enough lift that you having wings does give you an advantage.
Okay, I'll give it the old clown college try. Base diff was 5. There's 1 for safe house, so it's diff 3.
So
Yes.
Okay. Could I spend determination to value canary in the coal mine? This is
No,
not a
because
safe
you
situation.
weren't. You seem to be one of the last people to notice that, though.
Okay, fair enough.
I would probably take your third one. In
Oh yeah.
in that you don't need to try to find out what is what you should do, what is dangerous. That is dangerous, and Griffin seems to be at a safe distance. That's all you need to know, and you can see it with your own eyes, rather
Okay.
than trying to figure this out on your own.
Okay. In which case, I will spend 3 threat. So I'm rolling 3 dice, and I have 2 free hits.
No, because of the trait safe distance, the trait windy, and your determination. You only need 1 success.
Right. No,
Right.
I know that. I'm saying I'm spending 3 threat, and that to buy more dice, and that means I roll 3 dice, right?
You roll
Yes.
however
Yeah.
many dice you're buying.
That's the right math, because because it'd normally be 4,
Yes.
but you've set aside 1 because you determination spent it into a natural 1.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. I just need
Oh
1
yeah.
hit. Okay, hang on. I am going to use my. Hang on, I have a bunch of stuff. Where is it? Which one is it?
No, I said 1. It's difficulty 2, right? Determination, Wendy. So Wendy was only getting rid of the negative parts of Aurelian, so it wasn't adding a hit. It was allowing Aurelian to hit. So that's safe distance Aurelian. Oh no, that is 4. So yeah, you only needed 1. So 1 momentum gain so far.
Okay, I am using my Legion of Honor to ignore the comp.
All right. Focusing on getting to Griffin and being already known for some dashing heroics, Twer makes it over. Who's next?
All right. Oh, good.
I was going to say, Sabira is going to try to escape along that line, and also try to bring along Cien, because ostensibly she's part of the civilian contingent, so I want Starfleet to worry about their stuff, we worry about keeping us safe. Hoping to finagle crisis management into the role. Because I'm also trying to keep someone else safe while I'm... and looking out for other possible ways to escape.
I'll take it.
Wow, fitness. Con...
I can't think of a greater example of crisis management than saving the lives of your employees during a tornado attack.
It might be the opposite way around. You're basically you and CN are going to make this roll together. One of you's going to lead, but regardless of what y'all decide to do, you're going to get a free hit because she's Vulcan and much stronger and much more able to resist being thrown off her feet than you are.
Yeah. It's a lot of pointing out, that way.
Yeah, so you can roll or you can have her roll. And the other assist.
I'll roll. I should be alright.
Okay, go ahead.
And because I got my determination back from earlier... Ooh, that roll changes my math. So I'm aiming for a diff 3. You've already hit one of them.
Safe distance would have brought you from 4 to from 5 to 4.
Right.
and Vulcan brings you from 4 to 3.
Right.
And if you get any successes, you get 1. So you really only need 2 successes.
I will buy a die with momentum. I have a really high fitness, so I was feeling pretty confident.
You just make it. You and Singin helping each other.
Yeah, pretty good fitness.
At this point, it's looking like the captain might be the last person off the ship.
Goes down with the plateau.
Goes down with the plateau.
Ivanov or Solaris?
Up to you.
I was kind of hoping that'd be momentum available.
I'll choose Ivanov.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna go, and then he said, "You can be the last one off the ship," and I was like, "Sure, I can do that." Jam.
Do you want to make a heroic sacrifice and just die in a cool dramatic moment?
No, like Man of Steel, where you like, okay, I'm dead now. I just accept it.
Just waving goodbye, and that'll inspire him.
Only watch good Superman movies, which means I've only seen the last one.
Oh, get away with you! Get away with you! There's other good ones.
Amazing.
Oh, I have. Okay, I only watch good Superman movies that are modern. I'll rephrase.
Well, now I can no longer
so that y'all who love the ones from the 70s or whatever don't get too mad.
Yes, shockingly,
you will
I have
believe
no
a man can lie.
That apply to evading a.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, shockingly, I have no milestones that apply to this situation. Who would have thought?
If you wanted to die, you have a great value here.
I do. However, the crew's all mostly fine. It's just Solaris. And, she was doubting my sanity here.
Maybe the tornado's not even real. It's an illusion.
Yeah, so you go up to Solaris. She's trying to run away. You grab her by the collar and say, "There is no tornado. Why are you running?"
There are life signs now. Yeet.
Hey, if you want to have a scar moment, totally do it. It's up to you.
He wouldn't. However, yeah, funny thought. I don't even think I have a value I could spend that would work here.
I don't think you do. No.
No. Like, the fact that it showed up here just suddenly doesn't make sense.
If you wanted to... So the diff is gone back down to... 4 because of safe distance. So I would allow you to make this to basically create a trait that brings you up to diff 5, but could bring Solaris down to diff 3, and then I would allow you to use willing to sacrifice myself to save my crew. So basically, if you are willing to take this on as a diff 5, I'll let you use that determination on that value, and I will have a trait created, whether you succeed or fail, that will help Solaris. Basically, you like pushing Solaris forward.
Yeah, let's do that, because if I do that, there's a momentum on the table, and if there's a momentum on the table, I can do the reading, and I can use Science as a con of 1. Because I was at Fitness 8 con 1, now I'm Fitness 8 Science 5. That's much better. That is so much better.
All right, you have the trait Ivanov's sacrifices. Solaris, you're trying to make everybody else is safe, but Ivanov pushes you and says, "Run!" Get it, like breaking your attention from trying to save everyone else and getting you to save yourself. But he's lost his footing in the process and has to get back up and run.
Yes. You won't have dead wife trauma. You'll have, oh shit, I should have run faster trauma. Survivor's guilt. Let's go.
Woo! Hey,
Now I get to
survivor's guilt
focus
will be
because I've done
easier to
that.
deal with if the person I survived from isn't my wife.
I mean, I could solve that.
Yeah, we can just
No,
wait a second. Troll face.
So Loris is just like crying in a room or something, and Samiraj just sitting in the corner being like, "It's okay."
So write me into your will. With all my belonging.
That's a funny word.
Okay, well, I really do just have to give you threat, which is the downside here. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, have the 6. 6? Yeah, it is?
Yeah, for fulfillment. See,
No,
this...
not if you're spending the determination, because the first die was already bought, so it's only 5.
What, huh?
No, it's still 6 to get like 4
Oh, no,
dice.
sorry, no,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I this time got the 2.
Gaslighting me back into the old system, goddamn.
See, what we should have done is brought down a con detail to help us navigate tornadoes.
Oh. Yeah, sensory replacement clearly helps me here. I
As
can
you
feel
have
the way
a
the tornado
bunch
wind
of,
is moving.
navigators and pilots standing around you saying run, it somehow makes you run faster.
Yeah.
They
I
just
actually made to momentum.
There you go.
2 momentum generated. So Lawrence, it's only you left, and it's difficulty 3.
Biffs it anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Nothing
okay.
but crits.
Does Trade of Vulcan drop that down to 2?
Hey.
Oh, it does. So diff 2.
All right, fitness con.
Hey, you could test fate here. Make a flat roll. Don't let me talk you in. I've talked you into having characters die so many times, so don't let me do it this time. But you should.
Well, okay. You've talked me in characters into dying in systems with hit points. This system you can survive almost anything. So,
you want to test that?
No.
Yeah.
All
Talk
right.
about your famous last words.
1 momentum, 2 threat. I don't have a determination because I gave it away, but it doesn't matter.
1 momentum gained, and you all run until you can't run anymore. You find yourself a mile away as the area you landed in is engulfed in a tornado. Several of the crew sitting down, taking out canteens and drinking, trying to catch their breath.
Now Harusk will see if he can't refine his results on if those are multiple ships or a single ship.
Harusk turns away from the imminent death you all faced and is back to business.
I mean, think who trained him.
At this distance, you don't gain any more information.
Okay.
I haven't
Still can't
seen.
tell if it's one ship or many, Captain.
I haven't seen a storm this fierce since Aurelia.
Did we ever get the answer to what we know about timey-wimey rock?
It's most...
we never determined if it was on the planet or not.
But I mean, in general, about general knowledge about what the stuff does.
In general, it was used... Starfleet's used it as a weapon, but theoretically it could be used for other things, but don't know.
The material
we don't know
itself
about
seems to passively produce chronoton radiation.
But we don't know that it can affect temporal.
No,
you
that's
know that
known.
because that was the point of the weapon.
Okay,
That's
what I was getting
The
to.
point
if we
of
had
the
that
weapon
base level
was
of knowledge.
you like displace the people, the person you're attacking in time. Like you literally sent them back or forward in time, depending on how you're using the weapon.
So does this wreckage have residual chronoton radiation?
You're not close enough to get that information.
Well, luckily for you, with the pass of the tornado, Soloris's next thing will be our best lead right now is the ship. Let us head in that direction.
And I will say, I'm curious to find out if there's any residual chronoton radiation from the wreckage. I am beginning to have some suspicions.
Your suspicions are not entirely out of place, Lieutenant. I think they're quite likely.
Not to be an alarmist, but one questions if that tornado was a natural event or the work of a weather management system forcing a bunch of interlopers off a plateau. We may want to figure out, is there any way we could determine that with your sensors? I'm not a meteorologist.
Soloris turns to Ivanov and says, well, what do you think?
About what? The creation of, or the sudden appearance of the tornado?
Yes.
Or the unusual, unexpected, not really seeming to be the conditions for it to start with, so that is... but we're also unfamiliar with this world in particular, so it's difficult to say for certain. There's a lack of data.
I take out my chartcoder and attempt to gather that data.
And as you do,
what are you scanning for?
Scanning the general weather, seeing if it's
recent science difficulty 2.
Because there can be preconditions for such micro tornado things to be a or micro flash tornadoes, I guess is a better term, to be a thing. That could just be a way it is.
Yes, I'll take that.
Grab a momentum. There we go.
Excuse me.
2 momentum gained. No, the weather pattern follows a natural path. Like you can tell how this has formed. There are nearby mountains. There's the elevation difference from the plateau. It is intensely windy up here. The wind just seems to get caught in the mountain and pushed back into itself. Tornadoes are probably pretty frequent up here.
Well, I have good news and bad news.
Yes.
According to these readings, the good news is no one intentionally tried to kill us with a tornado. Bad news, this area is primed to have tornadoes happen somewhat frequently. So that's something we want to keep an eye on the skies while we're traveling.
Yeah, so flash tornado hypothesis was correct. Wow.
All right.
Horrifying.
Any other questions or things you do before y'all hit the road?
No, but
All right then.
or yes, sorry. And as we begin to walk, Soloris will pull Ivanov aside and say that I appreciate the efforts you went to ensure the safety of your commodore. You went above and beyond the call of duty, and my report shall reflect that.
It is just what my duty is.
You're a good man, Ivanov.
Thank you, Captain.
She nods and keeps walking.
New scene. As I update the thing that needs to be updated with the updated information as a result of coming to the place that is updated.
That's either scene guide or the directives changed again.
It'll be in both places.
And a third place that has yet to be determined. I'm just guessing.
I know, I told you about it already.
But hey, don't you be doing that to me. I didn't do nothing.
No, I literally described where you were going to Harask.
The third place is currently in a state of quantum superposition.
I've decided to go ahead and spend 6 threat to bring all of the possible traits into effect. You find yourself... Oh, let me get rid of those from the previous area.
Okay, I was gonna say.
High in some volcanic mass mountains, there are gaseous eruptions above, below, and around you. You occasionally pass rivers of lava. Movement between zones, if that becomes relevant, is at a cost of 2. Any obstacles you come across will also cost 2. The terrain is confusing. Sometimes you want to head up, and you climb up only to find that this was a false peak, and really you need to go back down and around. There's a dense fog, so you rarely can see where you're going. And as Ivanov almost falls off a cliff, you find there are sheer drops in some places. But you are near the crash. Oh, I didn't say that word. You are near the
Wreckage?
The wreckage.
Close enough to perhaps scan for traces of chronoton radiation?
That there are background levels, high background levels, according to what Ivanov scanned earlier. Like, he did determine there was chronoton radiation on the planet. So to determine if there is any in the wreckage, you would have to be at the wreckage. Otherwise, the answer is always going to be yes, there is some around you.
Okay.
It just wouldn't be it would be helpful.
I have a question. I know you said that like there's dense fog and everything. It's making it hard to see around. Do my keen senses help with that at all?
You could ignore that trait.
Yeah. Could Harask do the same? He too has keen senses.
Yes, you could.
Well,
yeah, because when you're a bird, you have to be able to fly through the fog without hitting stuff.
And when you're a lizard, you have to be able to avoid the birds in the fog. Captain,
like
the only way we're going to find out
scissors triangle
to find out more about the nature of the wreckage is to actually get to a piece of it. Permission to try and do so?
With caution, but yes.
Yep.
Griffin is the most skilled of the group assigned here for navigation purposes, and so she should be the arbiter of what is and is not safe.
Commodore, I've seen how she's been rolling tonight. I'm not sure that...
without the last out of character interjection, it seems like Griffin is scouting ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Griffin, I assume, grabs some equipment and disappears into the fog.
We could scan for the nearest sizable piece first, so you could kind of have a direction.
No, it's too late for that.
Or not.
Griffin probably couldn't find her way back to you if she tried.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to scan for the nearest chunk.
While you do that, we will focus on Griffin.
Okay. Meanwhile, in a chasm.
Is Griffin trying just to head straight in the general direction Harusk indicated earlier, or are you trying to gain some perspective by climbing higher? Are you trying to find some, or are you trying some other method to navigate through?
Trying to find a navigable path, I think. So, like, starting going fairly straight, but then, taking path of least resistance. Maybe find like a bit of a gully or something to protect from the wind a little bit.
All right. Give me Insight Con, difficulty 2.
All right.
And you can create, basically, the point of you doing this is to create traits that make the others have like a difficulty 0 or something roll, so they just catch up to you.
I will spend a. I'll give you a threat. Yeah, I'm sure I'll do that.
All right.
How dangerous is it out here? Is it dangerous enough that quick reflexes could help me?
If they help you, I will tell you, but right now you're not facing anything that quick reflexes would be relevant.
And I'll just roll 3. What is tonight for me?
So far that's a success with a complication.
Yeah. I'll Legion of Honor away the complication because I don't think we want that right now.
You were gonna get to walk the river of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be part of the house.
Griffin's just slowly turning into a Klingon.
Yeah, no, it's true, and that's like especially existentially terrible for her.
Oh yeah.
So what's the difficulty for other people here?
Right, well, including you, right now the difficulty to make it forward for everybody is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because the obstacles. So it's not the difficulty. Sorry, it's difficulty 5. And it costs 2 momentum.
Okay. So I'm lost in the wind
Because
now,
you have the
I guess?
gaseous eruptions, the rivers of lava, confusing terrain, dense fog, and sheer cliffs.
The
I think the terrain and the obstacle only really cost if we're in combat. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm trying to use the exploration guide.
If it's thinking it from a 2d20 base point of view, it's borrowing from Fallout, so it's probably the same idea. Some obstacles to even move, you need the momentum to get up and over whatever.
In that case, it would be difficulty 5, and you'd need 4 momentum.
Just very, very rocky terrain. Takes a lot.
Cool. All right, so I'm nowhere and possibly injured, I guess now.
No, you succeeded.
Oh,
I said it was diff 2. You're only scouting ahead. You're not trying to push through and get there. You're
gotcha.
trying to slowly find your way there. So right now, you succeeding, you might have found a way around one of these. You still
Alright,
have to get across it yourself.
Cool. Then if I succeeded on this, I will spend.
You can choose one of those, one of the scenes of the traits affecting the scene, and suggest another trait that suppresses that.
I was gonna try and spend a medal to get bonus momentum so I could hit 2. Can I do that?
You can do that.
Cool. I will Medal of Honor generate 2 bonus momentum.
And you could spend the 2 on the table. You succeeding at this task gets you 1 free trait here.
Oh, cool.
That was the point of it.
So free 1, confusing terrain, mapped path.
Until you've dealt with the dense fog, it might be marked path or something.
Okay, marked path, yeah.
Like I'm thinking, like you have some kind of climber's chalk, or you like etch directions in the rock with a phaser or something.
Oh, you're the guy going around putting the yellow paint on all of the handholds.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
All right.
Signal flares to deal with dense fog.
So you can see the path a lot sooner.
I'll take that.
Cool. And then I think I'll leave the 2 on the table for now because I think having some momentum is probably good for us.
Yeah. In case someone trips and falls
All right,
and
with
dies.
those traits, you can try to make it forward to get to the next obstacle you encounter. That's going to be difficulty 3, and you're going to need 4 momentum to make progress.
Okay. And it's already counting in all of the traits now?
Yes, because it was difficulty 5.
Yeah. Alright.
Could try to shave down the difficulty even more. Create even more traits.
Yeah.
That way you're dealing with a diff 0, and then all you have to worry about then is generating momentum.
Yeah. Let's see.
You could spend momentum to create another trait. I would require you to make it further.
Yeah.
Like to get a task.
Mm-hmm.
I would require you to make it further.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to citation of conspicuous gallantry. I'm going to threat jump and see how much you get.
Too much is probably the answer.
Probably.
So true, buddy.
Go for it.
So that's what, 6 threat for full net?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One, 2, 3, 4. So you get 2 threat.
All right. That's probably the best that's ever worked out for anyone.
Okay.
All right. I see right now is hitting the diff and being 1 momentum short of being able to move forward.
Yeah. Okay. It's 3.
This is you probably have a better way to do this, but one thought is burn a value spend it to gain a talent or something, and that'll give you 1 momentum because you're a human. But that's like a very Rube Goldberg way of doing that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, at that point, I could just burn something to spend to get 4 momentum.
You could as well, yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't know if that's the best play here. Do you say I needed to progress in order to apply more traits?
You need to progress in order to get a task that will generate 1 trait and allow you to buy more. You could, instead of making progress here, say that you just couldn't get over one of the rivers. So instead of getting over the river to make progress, you're going to try to find another way to pass, and then I'll allow you to buy traits. You're just not getting a free trait until you've made progress, and you get a task for that.
And so this was difficulty 3. That would give me 3 momentum to work with, plus there's 2 on the table.
If you decide not to make progress.
Yeah, I'm going to decide not to make progress, and then look to try and make 2 more traits, I think.
Where did the spare 2 come from? I got lost. Because you gained 3.
Gained 3, and we had 2 on the table already.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I understand.
Could have been clearer on that, I think. The spare 2, the ones that already
gaseous
existed.
eruptions, river of lava, terrain momentum cost 2, obstacle momentum cost 2, and sheer cliffs.
Yeah. Let's see. Trying to think of something to deal with gaseous eruptions right now. Or rivers of lava. Both of these seem difficult to circumvent.
Maybe something along the lines of you're not there yet, but you've spotted natural bridges or natural crossings. So it's like if we can get there, we're good.
An area that seems to be dormant, cool lava tubes or like non-toxic gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like non-toxic passageways and naturally forming bridges. I like. Those are good.
Huh?
Yeah.
Assuming they're taken.
All right. So you are not able to make it across, but you do spy. You do see some areas that you could move through. So now it's diff 1, and it takes 4 momentum to move.
All right. Shall I keep trying?
It's worth going. You can generate a lot of momentum just by making a diff 1 attempt.
Yeah.
Even if you whiff, you can try to knock down that 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just going to... I'll spend the momentum we have on the table for a 3rd die.
Mm-hmm.
3. Well...
What are you doing? How are you doing this?
I don't know. Today is terrible for me. I should have stayed on the ship.
You are getting a lot of 2s and 20s. a lot of 2s and combat.
Yeah, I just need to be rolling D2s, I guess.
This is what happens when you use weighted dice.
Yeah.
Weighted digital dice.
So I succeeded and I generated a momentum back, but I have 2 comps. And I have no way to deal with those comps.
But you did
challenging a value.
You did succeed, to be fair. So
I did succeed.
You did succeed, but you don't have enough momentum to make any progress.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm just saying it's not like you fell into a pit or something. You succeeded. You just didn't go anywhere. Failing and getting 2.
There, but,
It could be worse.
You
while
know
diving
how. Basically, by succeeding, you know how to get where you want to go.
Mhm.
You can see the exact safe path. You just don't have the strength right now to pull yourself up it.
Yeah.
You still could fall.
Mhm.
Your success just means you know how to get there.
Yeah. Do I still get a free trait to apply?
No, because this task is to make progress. Once you have
Gotcha.
succeeded in making progress, then you can try to navigate again.
Gotcha.
So, as an FYI, I won't be deciding on these myself. I'm probably going to roll on the table in the explanation guide. In fact, I might let you roll. But you have to decide what you're going to do first.
I mean, what are my options here?
He's at 43. More threats not going to
Your
kill us.
options are burn
Oh,
all
yeah.
of the character stuff to get rid
No,
of these comps.
I'm gonna let the comps happen.
Okay, threat or comp?
Let's go comp. You're at 43.
All right. Roll me 2d20. Rerolling. If you roll a 20, for each 20 you roll 2 more times.
Cool. All right, so here's 2d20s. That's a 2 and a 13.
See, now you're rolling reasonably.
Yeah.
The GM's doing the fly hands right now, like, yes.
Your complication is first, no shelter. There is nothing to shield you from the environment. Here, you're just exposed on the side of a cliff face. 13 is bad elements. And we've already established one of the elements that could be on this planet.
Chronal fugue state.
Okay. How old do you think Griffin is going to live to?
Oh God, I don't know.
Just give me a guess.
35 tops.
Yeah, early 30s.
I mean, so real.
I was thinking
Griffin has a
more
quantum
member of the
awareness.
27
How long does
club.
she? Griffin has a quantum awareness. She might know if she's got a long time or a little time left.
Yeah, let me. Hold on, I'm gonna do something.
Are you rolling a 1d100?
Sure am.
For one more year. I rolled low.
Dead.
So I was going to tell you to roll a 1d whatever your choice is. So if 100 is your choice, just roll a 1d100 and we'll say you might live to about 100.
I mean, okay, I'd say
Because
my plan was
happens
to.
if you roll a 2 on a d100 to figure out how old you're going to live to?
Yeah.
And you're just dead
Well,
already.
I was thinking it would be. I was gonna roll D100 for how many more years?
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay. That works too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 62.
A 62. How old are you?
26? I think 27, maybe.
So if you're 20, you want to round off to 28 for easy math?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that puts you at 70. That puts you at. Griffin thinks I'll probably live till I'm about 90. Now roll me 1d90.
Cool.
That's how long you actually lived. Well, that's your age. That's your actual age.
Don't want to
roll a
low
3.
here.
Just watch you roll a 3.
54.
54 years old.
All right. You gain the trait. Nope,
Nope, not saying that.
Uh-huh.
Not saying that.
Aged.
Oh,
As
God.
your hand slips, uncovering a deposit of Coronanite, and you are displaced temporally to the age of 54.
Fuck.
Okay, well,
Oh.
it's good you were not displaced temporally to the age of 2. Okay, it certainly could have been worse.
Yeah,
Decided-
it could have
this-
been worse.
this
So
did not
funny,
consider
though.
the results until I said that, and I was desperately thinking, what happens if you roll 2 or 3? Do I just kill you?
No, at that point,
I
there's just
was-
a
I was
baby
happy
that
to
everyone else
see-
has to deal with.
No, but
Well,
the
you're a baby on
circumstances,
the side of
we
a
would
cliff
never
right now.
find you. We would never find you.
They
I
would
still have a
find
communicator.
they would find a well-marked path with signal flares
Yeah.
to a dead baby.
I don't know. I think a
Hard
baby
at
can
heart.
survive for a little bit.
Dark.
All right. Yes. You feel a tad weaker. You don't feel as nimble. And you see your face in the reflection of the tricorder screen, and you look aged.
Cool.
You vote neo-religious now.
How far away is Griffin from everybody?
Far enough.
Half a mile.
Pretty good distance.
Yeah. All right. So they're not going to hear her scream.
Oh no. I will spend 2 for the trait carrying voices. Basically,
Cool.
your voice carries off of the sheer rock walls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay,
try to.
Yeah, if we hear you, then my first response is going to be to flip open a communicator and say, Commander Solaris to Griffin. I'm so surprised I've demoted myself. Commodore Solaris to Griffin.
She has not gotten far enough that y'all can't just get to her.
Okay. Okay, in that case, if we're that close, then the second the screen happens, Loris is going to say double time and start moving towards her at a faster
You
pace.
all move down Griffin's marked path, and what do they see when they arrive?
They see like a reasonably, at this point, probably trending towards the end of middle-aged for humans now. Still fairly blonde woman, just looking in absolute shock and horror at her reflection in a tricorder.
I freeze when I see her and immediately take out my chart quarter to look around for chronoton radiation, because that's what that looks like to me. It looks like someone just got temporarily aged. I'm like, oh, I'm going to stop moving closer to her because she might be sitting in a dead zone.
You, for free, you are able to detect the complication she dealt with, but she has moved away from it. It is higher up the cliff.
Well, she found a concentration, but we're far away enough that we're not going to feel its effects if we don't keep going that way.
Dolores opens her mouth to say something to Griffin and then closes it again and then opens again and then closes it again because she has no idea how to process this information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, neither does Griffin.
Perhaps Dr. Tuir can make sure the young lieutenant is still well. Thought.
Yeah, yeah. Dolores hears that and nods and says, "Yes, Tuir, you should take a look."
Unless he just flew away.
Doctor, are you here?
Yes. Yes.
Reason science difficulty 2.
Cool.
Science.
Science?
Oh, reason medicine difficulty.
Okay. What we got? I will spend a momentum for a third die.
You nearly died generating that moment.
Yeah.
Do any of my focuses come into play?
Do any of them deal with temporal radiation or chronoton radiation?
No.
And I don't think so.
Um, would this be to identify and diagnose the nature of a medical problem?
Yes.
Okay. It means I'll get a free question at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Just double checking. Just making sure there's nothing else I need. Okay, cool. I will just roll this with the 3 and the reroll. Take that.
1 momentum gained, and you confirm Griffin is a relatively healthy 54-year-old human.
Well, Lieutenant Griffin, I must commend you. You are in remarkably good health for the age of 54.
Even Dolores thinks to herself about what a terrible way to break that news to a human.
Yeah, no, Griffin's head swivels incredibly slowly and she stares bloody daggers at the doctor.
Perhaps if the crystals can manipulate someone's age, this condition is only temporary and can be reversed in due time.
Yeah,
However,
I do have a free question. Am
oh,
I
go ahead.
able to determine whether or not this alteration in age has been, in the sense of the word, baked in yet?
No. With the amount of exposure, you estimate probably 3 or 4 hours before the temporal displacement ends.
Yeah, but Griffin doesn't know that.
On the
No,
bright
the
side,
doctor just asked. But it does occur to you, Doctor, that for this to be the case, in Griffin's future, she will find herself randomly returned to the age of 28 in the future.
Okay.
A note for some medicine.
For about 4 hours.
Well, if I'm understanding this rate of decay properly, this effect actually should wear off on its own within about 4 hours. However, medically speaking, I must inform you that it is quite likely that sometime in your future, around this age that you currently find yourself, you will chronally swap with your younger self. Physically.
What?
Temporal mechanics makes no sense. Don't think about it too hard, Lieutenant.
on the bright side, I believe you are currently the record holder for oldest human lieutenant junior grade in Starfleet.
There, Bob Smith, who's Lieutenant Junior.
You're
Something
saying
does
this
occur.
isn't permanent, Doctor, right?
No, no. As I said, based on the current rate at which your cells seem to be metabolizing through the radiation, I reason that this effect should wear off in about 4 hours,
Oh, thank
give or
God.
take.
Ivan, you do actually, your mind does actually shift back to when you became XO. You had to read over a lot of the personnel management and benefits so you could explain it to other Starfleet people. And Starfleet retirement does take into the account temporal displacement.
Oh, hey.
If this was a permanent effect, Griffin would get to keep all the benefits associated with serving in Starfleet those additional years. But
Hey,
since she's
really
going back,
good.
those are forfeit.
you know
You
what?
know, if you can
Fair.
figure out a way to keep the years, you can just finger snap benefits.
I'd much
Mimic-
rather be able to have another good 15 to 20 years of flying a ship.
Quite. That said, despite you being in good health for a human of your age, I should continue to monitor for any additional adverse effects.
I'll be right back real quick.
So are we watching her age backwards as the 4-hour half-life approaches?
Oh, that's
No,
so
it's
funny.
pretty instantaneous.
Okay, when before? Okay, I didn't know. Okay, I
Yes,
didn't know if this was she was Benjamin buttoning this. All right.
Yeah, presumably to technobabble, it is once the half-life reaches its point of equilibrium, the swap should
Yeah.
occur rather instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, she's going to ask Harusk, who I believe is no longer here, to reorientate us and us to continue onwards because it's not safe to stay out here in the elements.
If anything,
Griffin
Commodore.
will update everybody on the progress she's made so far, I guess, on charting, because she knows what the path forward looks like, which we established.
Mhm.
She just hasn't been able to go there yet.
All right. I'm sorry, Sabira, were you saying something?
Yes, I was going to suggest that perhaps we set our tricorders to a alert. Those of us who aren't pathfinding, set our tricorders to a chronoton dosimeter alarm, such that we don't have a follow-up incident. Because we certainly don't want the lieutenant to be exposed any further, and the rest of us may have adverse effects to temporal shifting.
I'm going to spend 3 threat as a tube of lava Griffin had thought was closed opens back up, and y'all are forced to run in different directions to avoid being splashed or drowned in a river of lava. Sabira, Commodore Solaris, CN, Harusk, Tawir. Find yourselves separated from Griffin and Ivanov.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear
gang,
Solaris
human gang.
say.
I see how it is, yeah. Separate humans.
You hear Solaris say, playing the age roulette is safer than burning to death. Everyone scramble.
I can walk and chew gum at the same time, Commodore.
If no one else got
As
the human got me.
we focus on Griffin and Ivanov, as you see him cut off, and due to the dense fog, unable to find the other group.
Well, Commander, I believe we should try to continue on the path that I communicated to the rest of the away team. Hopefully we can find them further along.
That would be conventional wisdom. The path is gone.
We shall see what conventional wisdom.
No, that was for a reveal.
Oh,
You look forward. Griffin is walking a bit ahead, trying to find a path out of here. And Ivanov, you walk forward a bit and step on something kind of smooth and hear a metallic sound.
Hey, what the? You'll bend over, take a knee and look at it, and like, what the hell?
An area of exposed earth, you see a metal plate that's buried. Part of it's black and part of it is gray.
Griffin is going to say, might be a mine. You shouldn't move until we can get a scan.
If it was a mine, I would be over there and there and there because I stepped on it.
Not necessarily how all mines work.
Either way, he's pulling out the tricorder and scanning it. He's just,
Yeah.
Reason science difficulty 2.
Reason science difficulty 2. I'll give you a momentum. Sensor operations potentially, or threat analysis.
Yes. Sensor operations.
I made it back.
You gain a momentum. This seems to be hull plating. And these seem to be pigments. Stable pigments.
As in, like, what the ship was colored at on the hull plating?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The hull plating, almost certainly. And this is, not the color scheme.
Interesting.
Which, I mean, the only thing that immediately comes to mind is, a Federation vessel, and then that's part of one of the words or the numbers, but I'm hoping not.
Do you start removing some of the earth?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little hand
We'll
brushing
get down
away,
and help.
At first, you discover a U.
Remember when I said I was hoping not?
That's quickly expanded into USS.
Uh-huh. Well, that's not good.
And you start to get a tingle in the spine when it's USS T something.
Oh.
And by the time you see USS THR, I think you've resigned yourself to the outcome.
Yeah. It's
both of you kind of stand up and try to make sense of the situation when you've removed about 100 meters of, not deep, but across, of dirt to reveal the words USS Thralic.
C. No.
Yay.
You know what I have to do? I have to do a hull comparison.
Figure out how
I've got
long
the
it's
scan
been
of this
here?
one, and I don't know if we've got the scan of our own ship or just the data of our own ship, but that's the comparison.
We've been vaporized.
Not in scene, but in episode.
Yeah.
Well, we lose that momentum anyway. For everyone watching out there, thank you very much for watching.
Uncovering the K, the camera pans out, lightning flash, end episode.
End of part 1, yeah.
For all of you watching out there,
Continue.
thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing and running, thank you very much for doing so. And yeah, everything's fine. GM's just having a laugh. Ha 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 ha. That's not the Thralic, it's something else. No, we're in a lot of trouble. Let's get out of it next time. Bye.
Uh-huh.
Earlier, when you said that in her 50s she would return to her 20s, I thought you were saying that Griffin was like resigned to be strapped or like trapped in some kind of bootstrap paradox where she would continually age into her 50s, then go back to her 20s over and over again.
What I mean is like around her middle of being the age 54, she gets to spend 4 hours as a 28-year-old.
Which is very weird.
Horrifying realization, going back to the baby thing, where you said we'd just find a dead baby, then it would go back. That creates a paradox.
Wild.
Griffin's parents never told her about the time when she was